Good morning, Dr. Kamath. How are you?
Doing very well. How are you?
I'm
I,
doing great.
Thank
Um,
you.
I just got a flyer from you about guidance for those who want to get into US medical schools. And I know that there are a lot of people who are aspiring to get into medical schools in USA.
Yes,
We both have kids who have gone to medical schools in USA. So tell me about
correct.
that flyer and what that event is all about.
Sure, sure. We're going to have an event, which is a webinar. And basically, what it is we're going to have children, students who have gotten into medical schools in the US to actually talk a little bit about their about their journey, about how they got in, what they needed to do to get in. My daughter just applied to medical school and got in. And what I found was that even though I'm a physician, my husband's a physician. I think what we found was that the process of applying was pretty daunting. I mean, there's so many nuances, there's so many things that children need to do. So sometimes it is kind of helpful for pre-medical students to hear from their peers to see, what are the things that, other people did. There are, different paths. There are some people who went directly through after undergrad, some took some time off. So it's kind of inspiring also to see that it doesn't have to be just one way, that you can be successful in many different ways. So I think this is, to me, I thought this was something that will actually really help people who are, students who are thinking of medical schools, because the process in the US is very, very specific and can be pretty daunting.
Actually, I mean, just looking at some numbers, I mean, it says that maybe 50% of the people who apply to medical schools, 40 to 50% do get into some medical school. But if you take statistics of each medical school, a single school, probably only 5% get in. So it's not really that easy, and there are a lot of nuances. Do you think that mentoring helps in getting into a medical school?
Absolutely. So that's one of the things, one of the key things that we are going to bring up in this webinar. That, medical students who are successful, that they themselves can be mentors for pre-med students or high schoolers. Because, what happens is that, the process is so, it can be sometimes complicated. It kind of helps them to learn from these students, what volunteering did you do? What other activities did you do? I mean, so they can plan their whole journey in a much more systematic way, and knowing things that have actually worked for other people, rather than, trying to reinvent the wheel when it doesn't need to be reinvented.
Excellent. I think that is very important. So you're not wasting your time on doing things that can
Exactly.
help you. I see you have, I mean, the flyer came on behalf of Invoke Potential, and I see a logo behind you. Tell me a little bit about it very briefly.
Sure, sure. So this is actually the webinar we're doing is part of Invoke Potential. So this is a leadership initiative that I have started with a friend who is in the corporate world. And our goal really is to empower healthcare professionals, mainly women, to actually get their greatest potential um, into the leadership ladder. So, we believe that, leadership is not something that you're born with, that it's a trait that you can actually teach, you can learn, you can strengthen. And I think women in medicine, even though there are a lot of women who get into medical school, it's actually 50-50 or even more women going into medical school. As we go up the leadership ladder, these numbers fall pretty dramatically. And so I feel like, women are unique. We have, so many other responsibilities. So this actually will help women design their careers so that they don't have to lose their individuality as women, but also don't have to lose opportunities to become leaders in their field.
That's
That's,
fantastic. Yeah.
yeah.
Great. So the webinar itself for medical school,
Yes.
medical aspiring medical students is free. Is that correct?
Correct. The webinar is completely free, and I would actually encourage not students, but also even their parents to register. I think the reason is because, it's so important to kind of hear, how you can help your student, your child, kind of help them organize, because it can be pretty stressful. So anything you can do to kind of get systematic about the whole process, I think would, is a formula for success.
Great. Thank you so much. We both are faculty in US medical school. So we do
Correct.
understand from both sides, not
Yes,
having gone to medical school in US, but have kids who
exactly.
have gone and teach medical students. And until our own kids went, we did not know the nuances. Do you agree?
Absolutely. And I feel like, even if people have gone through medical school here, what happens is the process has changed so much and it keeps changing. So I think it's kind of good to hear from current students, what really worked for them.
I think fantastic. We'll give a link to the webinar since it's time sensitive. I think we'll
Thank you
try to
so
post
much.
it today or tomorrow. And then about they can check out Invoke Potential website as well. Thank you so
Thank,
much for giving your time and guiding the
thank,
young students and future doctors who are going to take care of us when we
and
leave.
hopefully become role models like you.
Yeah.
Like,
Thank you.
thank
See
you
you.
so much.
Bye.
Okay.